Alright, today guys we are going to go through installing a drop-down ladder rack. It's actually an ergo rack from Prime Design on a 2015 Ford Transit high roof. So I'm going to do kind of a detailed video. I noticed I was looking up for videos on these racks on YouTube and couldn't find any, so I figured I'll do one, and then there'll be one out there. So hope you enjoy it, and stay tuned. Okay, I got everything kind of laid out here for right now, all the parts. This is a single drop-down rack for on the passenger side for extension ladder. That's primarily what I use the most. In my van I can store a 6-foot ladder standing up, so then on the top here I'll store my other ladders that I don't use a lot of step ladders, so when I need them I can store them on the up on top of the rack. So you know, it's pretty nice. It's got a nice plastic coating here, everything's all coated, you know, nice vinyl. This all will pull down and secure the step ladder in place. There's all our hardware. I didn't unbox that all yet. So as I go along, I believe these are the top rails that mount to the top of the truck. The Ford Transit actually has mounting points for all sorts of accessories on top of the truck. So you just remove, there's little caps that you remove off the roof of the vehicle, and there's actually threaded inserts where these rails will thread in. And I'll show you those on the video once I get this stuff assembled and ready to go. So stay tuned, and we'll get back to installing a rack. Okay guys, these are the plugs that have to come out. You'll see there's other ones on the roof here, but in these little recessed parts on the van where they got this little indentation, there's 8 of them. There's 4 on each side. As you can see, there's corresponding holes in the rails, and you can see there's 4 more on the other side. So you got to cut these out and pop these plugs out, and they'll be threaded on the inside. So I'm going to cut these off and I'll show you the threads. Okay, I removed one of the plugs here. Can't really see too well with the screen, but you'll see down in there, there's an insert in there in the rail, and then that'll boom, go right there. This little plug that comes out, this little thing here. Alright, so I gotta do 7 more, so bear with me. Okay, so I got all 4 off on the passenger side. They come off pretty easily. I just cut the paint around the rubber grommet, and then took the screwdriver and pushed it in, and popped it right out of the hole there. You can see it's got the factory primer underneath it. What I'm going to do is when I mount this, I'm going to silicone this. Even though they give you a rubber gasket, I'm going to put silicone on here, white silicone on everything, so to make this totally waterproof, so there's no leaks through the roof. So let me get this rail put together here, and then we'll show you the next steps. I'm going to do the passenger side one too. We'll get both rails on, and then we'll get back to filming. Thanks. Okay, I figured I'd go through the hardware pack with you guys, just so you know. This whole pack comes in. This is all for the rails. These are little blocks that give you stainless steel bolts to hold it in. It's all aluminum and stainless. There's no steel with the rack. So here on the instructions here, I'm going to mount these to the feet, which are these little blocks go in, and then there's a little foam pad which is right here, and then you get one of these blocks and a foam pad to cover the hole. That's where I'm going to put silicone underneath that pad just to seal it up, so that I don't have any water leaks at all. So I figured I'd show you guys that, what it looks like when it comes in the package. Okay. Okay guys, I'm just figured I'd show you this detail. I'm just throwing some silicone on the holes. I'm just using regular outdoor clear waterproof silicone, and you know, just wrap it around the hole. I think that should be good. Keep it watertight. Just wanted to show you that. Okay, I got both rails on, and just so you guys know, these holes that come from Ford, they're not exactly centered on the holes that you take out, so you may have to move the rack around a little bit to get the screws to bolts to line up to where you want them. So that's just a note for you there. And then these get installed in the rack. These will hold the racks on the crossbars here. Probably got to loosen that screw up, and it just slides into this rack. Then there's a little rubber cap piece that just goes on the end. So I'm going to do that on both sides, and then I'll be back. Okay, I got the brackets to hold the actual crossbars on. These are a little difficult to get in. On the driver's side over there in the front, there were some burrs actually inside the rail here, so I couldn't get these in. Also, this one was a little tight, so what I did was I just pushed them all in from one end, and then these little plastic caps just go over the other end. So just to be aware of that, you know, not a big deal, but just something they missed in the manufacturing process, you know, but not a big deal. And yep, so these brackets are all in. So next will probably be the crossbars. Okay, then the next step I forgot to tell you guys is you set this bracket 5 3/4 inches from the end to this point. So 5 3/4 inches, and you're there. Okay, I got the brackets all bolted in where they should be. The back ones go 5 3/4 to the front face, and then the front ones here go 84 inches from that back face of the bracket to right here. So I got them loosely. I'm sure I'm going to have to square it up a little bit. You know, I mean, it's not going to be perfect, so but you can adjust it and everything. I just kind of finger tightened them and just gave them a little quarter turn on the ratchet so they hold in. So I think the next part is putting the crossbars in. Okay, I've got the back drop down on. I will tell you that it is, doing this by yourself is not as easy. They do recommend having a second person, but it's only me here doing this, so it probably would be a little easier to get it adjusted. But I got it all. It is capable. You can do it by yourself, you know. I did do it. So I got the back rack on. Now I got to get the front one on. So we'll see how that goes. Getting these little things into the rack, into these little grooves here, you know, it is a little difficult. You got to keep it kind of all loose and adjust it. And once you get your spacing right, so it's centered even, you'll be good to go. So I've got the bar going on here right now, just going down to the front of the rack. Okay, this was also not too easy. You had to, you know, get this bolt hole lined up through here. I mean, it wasn't hard. It just, you know, stick a screwdriver in there, get all your holes lined up, and I got everything connected back here, bolting the rod up, and I got to do the front next. And so far, I'm pretty happy with the quality of this rack. It's pretty nice. I mean, this is all aluminum, so I'm pretty happy with it so far. So as I get farther, I will come back. Okay guys, I got it pretty much all assembled here. I just have to put some stuff on the front there, but I'm going to kind of square the rack up, because you kind of got to, when you're putting this together, try and keep everything like hand tight so it doesn't slide around, but you can still get everything together. So what I'm going to do now is get everything adjusted to where they said. Again, you know, it's supposed to be 5 3/4 from the back of the rack here, so I'm going to adjust all that, get the rack all nice and square, and then I'll put all the hardware on the front there to hold the extension ladder, and then we'll load an extension ladder on it and show you how it works. Alright, thanks. Okay guys, here it is. I got the ladder loaded up in it. I'm just making some adjustments. It has an auto locking system here, so when it's that center post there, which I got to move closer this way, pushes this on, locks the ladder in, and won't let it go anywhere. And same over there, see how it locks it in, and then this will pull down. I'll get down, I'll show you guys here. Latch right here, push that down, bring the ladder down right to me. So, remember my other video how I was talking about ergonomic ladder racks? This is a ladder rack that'll save your back. See, it brings it down to me so I can get to it. You take it off there nice and easy, and boom, go from there. So, I think it'll serve me well. Like I said, I just got to make some few adjustments on setting up the rack, and I'll be good to go. So for the most part, this rack was pretty easy to put together. I think it took me let's see, it took me about, I started it at 12:30, it's 3:30, so about, you know, 3:45, so probably about, figure about, you know, 2.5 to 3 hours to actually put the thing together. So it's not too bad. So I hope it'll serve me well. All right, thanks for watching. If you got any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.